Hello, 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 and welcome back. Or should I say, I'm back. So I took some time off over the last several months, sadly, and I just had something come up in my life, very personal, and I needed to focus on my job, and I needed to focus on my family, and I just didn't have it in me, sadly enough. I didn't have it in me. So recently I kind of got back in the swing of things and picked up the Assassin's Creed game Origins, which was amazing. And then whipped through Odyssey as well. And that just kind of got me back in the groove of really having a desire to play video games again and looking back to what I enjoy the most, really. And that is MMOs. That's really the thing that really speaks to me, the thing that I enjoy the most. So, WoW just wasn't an option. WoW isn't an option for me. It's had its day in the sun in my life. I'm not bashing it. I'm not saying that it's not still a good game. It's just, for me, it's just not something I can do anymore. I just can't do it anymore. I did really want to pick up back with ESO, which I've been picking up here and there, just casually, even through my break. And the launcher issue that game is experiencing, I'm sorry, but I have spent so much time trying to fix it and work with help desk and all that, yada, yada, yada. And it's just not something that I'm interested in spending the time trying to fix, because it's their problem in reality. So after much contemplation and reading and watching videos, I took the plunge and I bought Black Desert Online a week ago. And oh my word, a beautiful game. Absolutely stunning game. I'm like level 28, I think, right now. Very, very different. It's almost overwhelming. I know a lot of people will tell you that it's overwhelming. A lot of people start it and they quit, and I wouldn't say that I'm overwhelmed. I'm very daunted by exactly how much work goes into really being at the top of the ladder when it comes to BDO, and just the intricacies. There is so much intricacy to the game. It's incredible. It's just incredible. It took me days just to figure out how exactly the combat situation works. Everything's comboed. And this is one of the things that I read early on in the game, was that you don't want a hotkey, any type of abilities, really. You want to memorize your combos. So it brings this, just that alone, the combat alone brings this whole other aspect that you don't typically experience in MMOs, because everything's hotkeyed into the game. The life skills, it's not even professions. I mean, I'm so used to this idea of professions in MMOs, and this is not professions. This is professions in a totally different way. It's life skills. It truly is life skills, and it's insane. I hear a lot of people on both sides of the fence as to whether BDO is a pay-to-win game or not. From what I've seen so far, and granted I've been in there a week, I don't think that it is. I don't think that you can buy power in this game. I think if you're smart, maybe there's some things that you can manipulate, but the cost of doing that, there's no guarantee that what you're doing is going to get you power. So it's interesting. It's interesting. It's almost like they've set up an idea that you can buy power in BDO, but you're really just gambling, and the house will always win. I learned really quickly that gear is a thing. I went into a spot that I should have easily been able to just grind out some mobs on, and just started getting smoked. And then I left. I went back to Valeria. Bought some gear on the auction house, geared up, went back in, and was pulling 15 mobs at a time and AoEing the whole group down in 2 shots. So it is a very gear intensive game. I'm not even at the soft cap yet. where the game quote unquote starts. I think I've rambled on enough. I really am impressed with the game. I am excited to be spending some time back in that type of setting. Hopefully I'll be able to check in next week on week 2 and give a better impression of what I think overall my objectives are going to be in the game. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time.